Why do so many subscription businesses struggle to scale after they launch? Find out why in this episode. I'm Robert Skrob, and this is the show that helps your membership or subscription business to be unleavable. MVP, or minimally viable product, has long been misunderstood. It was first coined by Eric Ries in his book, The Lean Startup, but ever since then, founders have misunderstood what he meant. As it turns out, MVP has been holding them back, rather than serving as a fast way to get market feedback. In the book, Eric recommends launching with an MVP, or minimally viable product. Then incorporate the feedback you receive to make improvements, scale your product, take venture capital investments, exit for a huge payday, and enjoy spending your days on a beach in some tropical tax haven. Well, that's basically how the book goes. Today, most founders hear the term MVP and think it means millionaire venture payday. They want to get to that big money. And especially now that crypto is down, subscription startups appear to be the next best option. Unfortunately, most founders miss the iterative improvements part of the lesson. They launch their minimally viable product, then they're disappointed when their business doesn't scale. And thus, for most founders, MVP actually means my volatile profit, not what you want. In this episode, I'm going to reveal how to use the MVP concept to launch your business quickly. Then use the market feedback to make your product better, to enable you to attract more customers and scale your subscription business. Before we dive in, press the like button and also subscribe so that you're the first to know about future episodes. While a startup culture is new, I've seen similar issues my entire subscription career. In 1993, I graduated from Florida State University with a master's degree in accounting. And I was in public accounting for 3 months and hated it. I took a job as a bookkeeper at a consulting firm for nonprofit membership associations, and 6 years later, in 1999, I bought the company. Suddenly, I was a leader, responsible for reaching membership growth targets for our clients. And in response, I launched myself into learning direct response copywriting. Eventually, I handled copywriting for more than 22 association clients, working on membership marketing, trade show attendees, fundraising donors, event sponsors, and exhibitors. At the time, everything was about direct mail. Mailings had to pay for themselves and deliver a healthy profit. We quickly discovered that subscription profit came down to retention. Someone who became your member for a year but then canceled at their first renewal time, generated little profit. At the same time, we recognized that if a subscriber renews after their first year, they were much more likely to renew in subsequent years. At the time, we had an average renewal rate of about 87%. But when you dove into the numbers, our first year renewals were at about 55%. Second year and beyond renewal rates were better than 90%. So we set a goal of getting that first year renewal rate from 55% to above 90%. If successful, it would increase our revenue by more than 60%, compounding each year thereafter. After subscription acquisition, first year renewal was the biggest lever to increase recurring revenue. I did what I called moving the finish line. Instead of bonusing on new members, we bonused on first year renewals. I focused a lot of attention on what we were doing after we acquired a new subscriber so that we could keep more of them. One thing we quickly discovered was that the new subscriber welcome packages were terrible. In fact, one member of our team discovered that we actually increased retention by not sending the package. Problem was, it hadn't been updated in years. Information was out of date, and it was showing how little the association cared about their new members. Even worse, we discovered that the handwritten welcome note that had been mailed out separately within 24 hours of a new member joining was now being pre-printed and included in the welcome kit to save costs. It was a shortcut that was reducing retention rates. I see a lot of these types of shortcuts in today's subscription companies, especially since the pandemic, which was good for so many subscription and membership businesses. We went through 2 years where most subscription businesses grew substantially, and few felt the need to focus on retention. As a result, many subscription businesses have allowed the details to slip. They launched with an MVP product and tried to scale it without implementing what they've learned along the way. Many aren't even looking at the data. We now see lower subscriber acquisition rates across many subscription verticals, and with consumer-oriented subscriptions, churn rates are actually tweaking up too. This is putting a tremendous downward pressure on recurring revenue growth. When times are tough, there are 3 keys to breaking through growth plateaus. Number 1, acquisition. Most subscription businesses choose one type of offer. Maybe it's the $10 trial or the free trial or the monthly plan or the annual subscription. They pick one and stick with it. Problem is, different customers respond to different offers. When you choose only one offer, you limit your acquisition efforts. Promoting a trial 1 month and then a gift with purchase the next and annual plans the third will keep your offers at a higher conversion rates because they aren't getting stale. And if you also mix in conversion techniques as sales pages, video sales letters, webinars, and limited time offers, as well as email campaigns, you'll see another bump. Don't get lazy on your acquisition efforts. Continue testing, messaging, conversion strategies, and different types of offers to keep them fresh while looking for new innovations that will improve your conversion rates. Number 2, retention. After acquisition, retention is the second biggest growth lever, and the biggest driver of retention is what happens within the first week after your subscriber joins. How many times have you bought something and then forgot you even bought it a week later? I know I've done it many times. If your spouse asks you about a charge on your credit card, it's really easy to agree to cancel it if you've forgotten about it anyways. In the subscription business, you definitely don't want to be forgotten or canceled. Let's stop that. And when looking into cancellations of monthly subscription programs, while the first month is almost always the highest churn rates, it's shocking how much of that churn happens within the first week. They aren't waiting for the 29th day of their subscription to cancel. A huge percentage will make the decision to cancel within the first week or 2. Every subscription business should commit to creating a campaign that makes their new subscriber more excited about their subscription a week after he or she joins than the day they became your subscriber. Everything you send your new subscriber should be fine-tuned to make them excited that they joined your subscription program. And then number 3 is to iterate. This is the most important piece of the Lean Startup by Eric Ries. It's certainly what too many subscription businesses are missing. That MVP or minimally viable product is only for the launch. That offer you launched with it is great, but then you need to iterate to discover opportunities to improve conversion. That new subscriber welcome communication, let's go through it every few months to look for ways to improve engagement so that your subscribers love your subscription. This way, when your subscriber's spouse asks about a charge on the credit card, your subscriber immediately insists, "I'm keeping it." Yes, you must continue to iterate and improve your product, your acquisition efforts, and your retention onboarding campaign. That's what it takes to be unleavable. Let's summarize what we've covered today. The economy is changing around us. While business was going great for many subscription businesses during the pandemic, the numbers show that we're entering a time of slower new subscriber growth, and for many, churn rates are inching up too. Today's growing headwinds require subscription businesses to focus on 3 key areas. Number 1, acquisition. Continue testing messaging, conversion strategies, and offers to keep them fresh while looking for new innovations that will improve conversion. Number 2, retention. Making your subscriber more excited about their purchase a week after they join is the single biggest retention opportunity. And number 3, iterate. You must continue to improve your product, your acquisition efforts, and your retention onboarding campaign. Now, if you've enjoyed and benefited from the concepts that I've shared within this episode, then I'm confident that you'll love this resource. After more than 25 years of working with subscription and membership businesses, I've identified all of the key factors that are seen in the most successful subscription businesses. If you'd like to know what they are, you can either buy the book on Amazon or instantly download a digital copy for free at subscriptionsmadeeasy.com. After you receive the book, there's an opportunity to have me walk you through the details and get your questions answered. You'll probably want that too, but there's no obligation. How do you innovate your acquisition, retention, and product efforts? I'd like to know, and I'm happy to compare notes so that we can learn together. Post your thoughts in the comments below. I always love to hear from you. Also, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and that way you'll be the first to know when new episodes are available. And finally, check out this video on customer retention strategies that you can use to improve your recurring revenue growth. Enjoy that episode, and I'll see you next time on Be Unleavable.